warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indah Kalimantan Wahid and I talk to you about speaking. How I overcome my fear or public speaking. Have you ever been nervous? Here, when you've had to speak in and maybe you've been on in front of a room full of people, or maybe you had to share presentation in front of your coworkers, or maybe you've been in a room full of strangers and they made you stand up and say, "Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?" At some point, most people have felt what it feels like to be afraid to be speaking in public for me. Our teacher was going around the room and calling on students to read anybody in there. I was thinking, please don't call me, please don't call me, please don't call me. She called someone else. But as they will get out, the end of why they were reading, that an excitement will start to broaden again. Please don't call me, please don't call me. And then it happens. He called my name. And it's a wave of anxiety come over my body, and I started to read. I started to fumbling over my words. The more I tried to get in together the worse it got. I started hearing other kids looking at me, and by the time I finished, I was so embarrassed. I remember thinking I never want to do that again. And it created this memory early on. You're not a public speaker. This is for you. You just need to say quick. And I kept that memory for years to come. Fast forward to my first time year in college, I had to take a speech class. When I got up to give my speech, I familiar with an accent camera over my body again. Started bleeding out of my chest, my adrenaline was racing throat, would dry my muscles started to tense up, and when I was looking at my notes card, my hands started shaking, and when I tried to speak, my voice started trembling. I felt this wave of heat come over my body, and I felt like it was about to pass out. And somehow I made it through the speech, but there forged an head into my mind, "You're not a speaker." Continued to believe that for years. For me, but over the years, I kept feeling these feelings inside. But I have a message to share, but I needed to speak. You can make a bigger impact. So that led me to the first case that helped me overcome my fear of public speaking was the realization that everyone has a message to share. Each and every one of you has a message inside of you that the world is waiting to hear, and your message matters. But maybe you're like me. For years. I didn't think I had a message to share. I wondered what could I share that will help someone else. Well, my friend and mentor Rory didn't say it best. He said, "You are perfectly destined to serve the person. You also were think about that. There's stuff you've been through in your life. There's lesson you've learned, obstacles you've overcome, and there's lesson you're learning along the way, and help other people, because right now there's someone going through what you went through in the past, and you can take those lesson. You've learned and help them overcome their challenge." So I start going through my life and I start thinking, well, what have I been through and what lesson have I learned that I could use to help others? I start sharing those and it starts helping people, and that's why I'm here today. Sharing the message because I'm overcome the fear of public speaking years ago and wanted to share what helped me so other people can share the message with the world. So first at least I had a message to share. Then I start asking myself, well, what goes through my head? That makes me so nervous because I get up to speak and I will think those like they're going to judge me. What if they don't like the way I look or the way I'm dressed, or what? If they don't like the sounds of my voice, or what if I mess up and I say the wrong thing? All those thoughts that were going through my head were about me, and I realized I needed to shift, and that led me to the second realization. They helped Me overcome my fear of public speaking was realizing that sharing your message is not about you. People are there to serve and what's in front of them. And my friend, Rory Fedden say it's best. He told me read this pastor. When the mission to serve is clear, when you have to hurt to serve people, you take focus of you and you start focus on what's the benefit that they're going to get by hearing my message, and that changed everything for me. Focus of me, I start focus on what are they going to get out of my message. I realized if one person takes what I have to say and applies it to their life worth. The number one is you have a message to share. Number two, your message is not about you, it's about the people you're there to serve. Now, the next thing I start to do was I start to study well. What is fear? And fear is our body natural response to danger where our body feels danger. We go into the finger or flight response and when you get ready to run or fight for our lives. So I was studying well what are the common causes of fear and the most common physiological response to fear and are increased heart rate, increased adrenaline, low breathing, muscle tension, sweat in dry mouth, and butterflies in the stomach. Well, I use it to get most of those when I will get up to. But I start to ask myself what others times do. I feel those feelings. Well, I feel those feelings when I go excited. So I look it up with what are the most common causes or the common physiological response to excitement. And they are increased heart rate, increased adrenaline, shallow breathing, muscular tensions, sweating, dry mouth, and butterflies in the stomach or breathing go through the exact same physiological response in response to fear or excitement. So the way to the difference is fear is associated with either or danger, or if it's excitement, it's a positive anticipation. So it all comes down to I in the danger or I'm looking forward to this, and that led me to their Turkey. That helped me overcome my fear was that transformed me fear into excitement. So when you get up and you start to share your message and you feel those familiar feelings, what I use it to always say, others, that's for again. Remember when you use it to speak before that did go so well, they're going to judge you. This is for you. What do you think you should do things and that's now what I do. I shifted that and I created a no story. So when I feel those feelings, I tell myself, you're excited, you're about to go out there and transform someone's life today. And now I really do get excited because I know that if I go out and if one person takes what I have to say and they apply to their life, I can make a positive impact. So I want you to remember when you get up, you start to feel those feelings. You have the ability to transfer that fear into excitement. So if you're still wondering what way should I share my message, what impact do I have to make? Well, I want to take you back to 2008 time I was given the big step than I did at the point. There's one auditorium full of 2,000 people. I was ready and knew my mission to serve was clear. I transferred my fear into excitement and I went out there and I delivered. And at the end of the talk, a man came up to me. He said, Justin, I want to thank you for sharing the message. He said, I wrestled under one quadruple babe sugars. He said, when I was lying in the hospital bed, my family they brought in my little grandson and they put grandson on my lap. He said, I looked at my grandson and I made a promise right then and there that I'm going to get my health back because I'm going to be around to watch my grandson grow up. And he said, what you just shared with me give me actually one I needed to get my health back. And not only did he go on to get his health back in 6 years old. He completed the Ironman, which is a running race with a 25-mile swim and 25-mile bar rate and complete marathon of miles. Not only has he done a no one Ironman, he's gone on to do multiple Ironman races. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I never will have been able to make a difference in his life if I would have overcome my fear of public speaking. If I once I realized I had a message to share and I didn't get out and start sharing the message, I never would have been able to help him. But just like them, when I needed to hear my message, in that moment there is someone that's desperately waiting for hear your message inside of you that the world needs to hear. So I want you to ask yourself, what impact can I make if I overcome my fear of public speaking? And I start sharing my message with the world. What lives can I touch? What legends can I leave? What positive impact can I make in the world? I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes from BG Pioneer. He said, "You never know how far-reaching something you might think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow." If you would have told me years ago that one day I was going to be standing on the text stage and its iconic red circle, sharing my message with the world, I would have said there's no way, but I'm here, I did it, and if I could overcome my fear of public speaking, so can you? So my hope is that you'll find and your my message. You'll transform your friend into excitement and you'll go out and you'll start sharing or your message with the world and you'll make a positive impact. I'm Dr. Justin Mosley. Thank you.